I'm here in Dallas for REITWorld 2011, NAREIT's annual convention for all things REIT. Joining me today is financial columnist for Forbes, Peter Slatin, who is also the associate publisher and editorial director with Real Capital Analytics. Peter, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Peter, here at REITWorld, we're commemorating the start of the 20th anniversary of the modern REIT era. How different would the REIT landscape be if Milton Cooper hadn't been so successful 20 years ago with Kimco's IPO?
I guess I'd say on balance, it would be different. It would look different, it would have a different landscape, but we'd still have the REIT world that we have, because the pressure to find an investment outlet in commercial real estate for not just the average investor, but also the institutional investor who does not want to be a direct player in the industry, has been there for years and years and years, and so that was what really gave rise to that outlet.
And in your opinion, what has been the most enduring attribute of REITs that has enabled the industry to not only survive but to thrive?
Well, Matt, I thought you were going to ask me a hard question, but that is, they're just two basic, very basic elements that are the enduring legacy of REITs, and have not just contributed to the growth of the REIT industry, but have really pushed the real estate industry itself forward, the broader real estate industry. And that is, of course, you can probably guess, transparency and liquidity. And without these two things, real estate would have remained, and some of it still does remain, a secretive, private, closed investment world. Without the transparency that's required for institutional and professional investors and retail investors also to really judge what's happening with their money, the impetus to invest in real estate and to know what's going on is pretty much gone.
And so with all that being said, and as you mentioned, there has been a lot that has changed over the last 20 years. Where do we go from here, and what will kind of define the next era of REITs?
Where we go from here is both more of the same, growth, expansion, continued liquidity, new investment vehicles as 401ks, open up to the REIT world, to REIT land, as institutions build their allocations to commercial real estate securities as opposed to commercial real estate properties, and as investors become more and more aware of the outperformance of REIT securities versus many other types of securities. So we'll see continued expansion, but we'll also see increased variation. We'll see some companies experiment highly with financial structures, development ideas, and also locations, I think, and what I'm really excited about. And I think I'm a little ahead of the curve here in that it's going to take time. But I believe we'll start seeing some. We've already got a couple, one in retail and industrial, but we'll start seeing some truly global office REITs, office companies, and we'll see just more of that. We'll see more global ownership.
Great. Well, Peter, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Great. For more from REITWorld 2011, be sure to visit REIT.com.